Hi, everyone. My name is Kostya Kuzmin, and I'm a registered migration agent based in South Australia, Adelaide, but working all over Australia. One of the questions I'm being asked is, why are visitor visas so expensive? Why do agents charge so much for visitor visas? And the answer to that is very simple. There are two reasons. First of all, I wouldn't say it's a very desirable type of work for us, because there's a lot of work and we can't charge good money for it. We'd rather do something else in the time that we do a visit visa. I don't know about other agents, but this is my opinion. And secondly, visitor visa is a visa where you get a lot of documents. You have to work through the documents. People would often submit a lot of bogus documents, would try to supply and make sure that you lodge bogus documents, which we can't do. We spend a lot of time and energy to find these bogus documents, to grab your hand and say, no, you're not going to do this, and I'm not going to lodge it with these documents. So there is a lot of focus and there are a lot of attention and a lot of work, and we have to exercise the same amount of care as we do with every application, but we make less money. Basically these two things, right? Now, you'd go and look in the fees, you'd see that sometimes agents jump into a pretty high threshold of price for which they would do a visitor visa. I see that most people start charging from $1,500 for a visitor visa application, which a lot of you might think is expensive. I know people who charge $2,000. I know people who charge much more than that. Now, currently, the prices which we have updated for the new financial year, we will be charging $900 for a simple visitor visa application, which has had no refusal before to any country. So you have had no refusals to any countries. And if it's a relatively simple application, we would charge $900. If you want to include a child, we would charge approximately $660 to $700 extra. If you had prior refusals, we'd go to as much as potentially $1,200 to $1,500, or possibly more, depending on, what the refusal was, what the refusal letters were, what did you submit to the department, what does the department know about you, what is the likelihood of success, and stuff like that. And remember, every time you think that something is expensive, think about how much work is being done. Because if you scrutinize a visitor application properly, if you're considering every document properly as a migration agent that your client sends you, if you're looking at it, if you are working to increase the chances of success, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So think about that. That's someone's work. Someone's work is being done on your file. Yeah, and also think that the way a lot of people price this is, we could have done something else. We could have done something else, and not this file. We could have done something else. And usually, what migration agents would do is they would do work visas, partner visas, parent visas, much more complex things, potentially worth $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, etc. And then you have to downgrade and do a visitor visa for $900. I mean, you can do it. We do it. I do it. It's not a problem for me to do it. But I can't charge $500 or $600 for that. So $900 would be where I would be starting. And then for more complex cases and for cases where you had refusals, I would start with $1,500 per person. And if you Google it, if you compare prices, you will find that my prices are not the worst prices. They are reasonable prices. People charge $1,500 for an average case with no prior refusal. I charged $1,500 when there was a prior refusal. And I don't take any case that I'm being given. So if it's a weak case, I will let you know. I will not be charging you just for the sake of charging you, signing a client agreement just for the sake of doing this job. I will let you know that there's a problem with this one, and I will let you know that the likelihood of success will be very low, and I will ask you if you want to proceed, knowing that the likelihood of success will be very low. It's not always about money, it's also about achieving the outcome you want to achieve. Remember, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also make a booking. And remember that all visitor visas are different. All of them are different. Bringing a parent here may look simple, but bringing a young unmarried brother and sister would be, may be much more difficult. And this is where potentially I might be able to help. Or a friend. Bringing a friend is also sometimes difficult. So not all visitor visas are the same. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There is a link below. You can book an appointment with me personally to talk about your case, and hopefully see you soon.